Hey everybody, welcome back to Sagevivor Season 8. Friendly reminder, if you haven't already, please smash the like button for me to show your support for the series and consider subscribing. The better that the series does, the more that I can turn around and reinvest into Sagevivor as a whole. Today's challenge is counting things. So essentially everybody had to go around into the real world and count things that weren't in any packaging and that weren't in clear packaging or anything like that in order to score points. The tribe with the highest amount of things counted consecutively wins. Fair warning, we have a few grown adults that are going to lose their shit over this challenge, and so that's quite fun to experience. And that's it. Enough yapping. Let me jump right into the tea.
Y'all said Survivor 8. You didn't mention Survivor Eaten, because I'm getting eaten alive.
If I feel like you're not connecting with me, that's a you problem.
Everything she says is either blunt or bitchy.
Yeah, I don't really care for them. I'll vote them out.
This season's gonna be nuts.
Welcome to Sagevivor. Welcome to Sagevivor. Welcome to the island where the heat's turned up high, where the flavors are fierce and the flames never die. You better bring your A game, your spice and your sass, cause in this kitchen jungle you're cooking to last. From sweet to sour, salty to spice, each dish a battle, each meal's a dice. The fire's raging, the stove's red hot. Who's serving up victory and who's getting caught? It's Sagevivor 8, the taste of survival, serving up the heat from breakfast to trial. You gotta outcook, outfeed, outlast, or you'll be the next dish burning up way too fast.
So I went on a journey this episode and I didn't get anything. Everybody else goes on their journeys and gets to get their like extra vote or an idol piece or something, and I got to choose who goes to the other tribal, and it couldn't be me. And Apple, that's unfortunate. So Apple was going, or is the only salad left on the tribe. He got put on a tribe with a bunch of hamburgers, and Apple is kind of stuck in between a rock and a hard place because we took him away from the last tribal so that because we thought it would give him something to work with, but instead we took him away from the possibility of us putting him in a place where he was taken out of the tribal council and couldn't get voted out. But the good news is that I think Caden is probably going to be the one that, or not Caden, somebody else is going to be the vote out. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think they're going to be the vote out on this one because everybody apparently hates them. That's from Apple. Obviously, they're not going to tell them if they're going to vote him out, but ultimately came down to I didn't get anything on this journey. I'm kind of mad about it. But I did get one piece of information, and that's that all of the hamburgers are mad at Jason because he is apparently an asshole on his journey to Caden, which is why I don't think Caden is the one that's going to be going.
Hi. Okay. There's not really much to say this round, other than that. If we went to tribal again, I'm like 50-50 on if it would have been me or Caden going home. I like to think I would stay, and I think I've gotten pretty close with Sarah, and Sarah I think is influential on this tribe. So, well, Chewy is too, but Chewy already said he would never vote for me, and that he's like my ride or die or whatever. So if he voted for me, that would be very sad. But yeah, not much else to really say. Other than I did tell Sarah, I told her basically everything, like all my thoughts on the original Salad Tribe, like what the dynamics were, who was most active, who was with who I was with even. Not really, but like, I think she can get that I was closer with Eggsy and Liv the most. But I told her that we can get Whitney on our side and to be like, she swaps with Whitney to be like, yeah, Apple said he likes you. We can work together, whatnot. I don't know if I'll say that to Chewie. I guess I could. I probably should.
Everybody seems to like and trust Caden to the point where they'll believe that Jason is somebody that has, or that Jason is somebody that was an asshole. But yeah, I think ultimately we're gonna still come out on top. We're gonna have all the original salads together. We'll be working together, and the Cupcake 5, I think, is probably the strongest alliance in the game right now, except for the fact that it's so obvious because we were on the same tribe, and then we were on the same tribe again, and we did great in the challenge. We're pretty strong as a 5, so if we can make it over the next 2 or 3 votes without people realizing that, or at least people realizing and not coming for us, I think that's going to put us in a really powerful position.
Good afternoon, Sagevivor. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm so like frustrated / amused. So last night we found out Abel was voted out, which is good. We wanted to make sure Apple was safe. So we all were really happy about that. We all got on a voice chat actually, which was fun. I really like this group of 5. I think it's a good group of 5. Not all of us got on a voice chat. It was me, Eggsy, and Rob, which seemed to be sort of the more core 3. Jacob is kind of pops on when he can, and Liv kind of pops on when she can, but it's a good group of 5. Like, I really like this group of 5. So we have started our challenge today, which is to sort of like build your own scavenger hunt, like sequentially you have to keep going up as you find new things, which is super fun. I think it's a good twist on scavenger hunts, because some of the scavenger hunts I've done in other orgs have been very subjective. This is all getting cut this week, by the way, so you're gonna miss these. God, I'm always opposite in here. You're gonna miss these lovely locks. What did I just do to my head?
Hi, you cool cats and kittens. Quick update because once again I am safe. I'm immune. I'm just so amazing. I can't help it. But no, not too much to talk about except like the crash out of my tribe. This challenge. Like my tribe is going through it. I mean, we got first place because we're all psychopaths and wanted to win, but like it was like Exy almost got like booted from the game because he was fighting with production because production said no to something, and he's like, and I was like, Exy, they said no, like calm the fuck down. But this just tells me that Exy might be a good shield later because he might crash out hard later. So, same. And then Jacob was like submitting things that didn't make any sense. Like, oh, I'm going to submit 50 holes in this metal grate. Does that count? I'm like, no, it's not going to fucking count. Or like, or a pile of coconut flakes. I'm like, how are they going to count 50 fucking coconut flakes in that big pile? So, and then Jacob won the wheel to win the journey. So Jacob's going back on the journey, and I think it's going to be a swap. I was really hoping it was going to be me, Jason, or Liv that won the wheel, but I think it's going to be like captain choices of like who goes on what tribe. So I mean, whatever tribe I land on, that's fine. I'll maneuver. I'm not worried, but we'll see. But I'm sure there's some drama going on the Salad Tribe right now, which means like Whitney, Katie, and KD. So I can't wait to hear all about that. But yeah, not too much to talk about. But yeah, I gotta go back to work. Bye.
Cut all of this. I hope you show all of this footage during the season.
Hi. Welcome back to the shit show. Oh man, I'm so freaking tired. I'm also so annoyed because I like kind of like blew out my hair and it just goes back to this. Why won't my hair ever stay straight? I'm not meant for straight hair. Anyway, like I said, I'm tired. But let's get into the game. So I didn't really get to do like a crazy long update in the last one because I was in a rush. But It's okay. It's okay. So what happened? We won immunity, which was great. And I went on the journey, which wasn't even a journey. I should have advocated for myself more. I was saying to Rob and Jason, like, oh, I should have advocated for myself more in this week's journey, saying like, oh, mine wasn't really a journey. But the truth is, I don't like to make decisions. So if it was tribe captains, I would not have had fun. But I don't know. Anyway, we're not there yet. We're not even there yet. So anyway, the tribal was so boring because me and Jules were on like pretty much opposite schedules. We barely even got to talk. I really didn't get any tea. The only thing that I learned was stuff that I already knew from her first tribal with Ryan being a little thief and buying everything and whatnot. And so there was nothing really exciting there. That was not a fucking journey. Don't rewrite history. That was not a journey. So anyway, but whatever, it was immunity. I'll take it. We did pretty well. It was a lot better than the first challenge we had in our tribe where we had to check in. I'm still traumatized. It's like the meme, like the TikTok meme, whatever. I don't know which one. It's like the party's still over, but he's still here. That's me. The party's been over for an hour and I'm still complaining. Anyway, so I get back and I'm like, sorry guys, I really don't have anything to spill, which is like the god honest truth. I don't have anything to spill. It was sad. I looked boring, but so then what did we do? We had that scavenger hunt. That was fun. That was splendid. That actually was a really fun challenge. It was painful, but I did enjoy it. It was kind of fun. The idea of like having to count up was like fun, but it was stressful, so whatever. And we worked well, but there were some arguments, some disagreements. Some of these people were pissing me the fuck off. Like, I mean, like, Jacob's really wasn't the worst, but, like, some of them I was like, what are you doing?
Anyway, we started this challenge last night. Pretty good little clip. And then things took a turn this morning already. As with every scavenger hunt and every org, people have problems with the rules. And so we've been calling out, Eggsy had a real problem with one of the rules and is in a complete tailspin spiral in it right now and is almost getting kicked out of the game, which I have now had someone kicked out of a game on scavenger hunt if Eggsy gets kicked out in 3 different orgs over this particular challenge. So I don't know why this one gets people so hot. Maybe it's because you're scrambling to find stuff, but like, I don't know, like, calm down. Sage said no. The answer's no, whether you like it or not. Like, find something else. We have to move on.
This challenge was hard, and we really put in a lot of work to make it work. We counted shit. We were like 71 bearings, 72 baked beans, 73 gravestones, 74 walnut chucks, 75 tea bags, and it was very yeesh. That was a lot of work, and I got so pissed off in that challenge. Man, I shouldn't even talk about it. I mean, I was out of line, honestly. I think all of us were cranky during that challenge because that was a fuck ton of work, and it really sucks when you put in all this work and then it just like they're like, and then hosts are like, psych, all that work you just did, yeah, it's invalid. Do it again. It sucks. It just, imagine working for an hour and then your boss just says, oh yeah, by the way, delete all that and start over. It's like, ow, this is what it feels like.
So that's created a bit of some drama in Team Cupcake. Also, no one is collaborating at all. Like, no one is pre-planning any of this stuff. Like, I said, oh, I have this many drill bits. And they're like, okay, cool. And then I look in this and someone already did it. And they're like, oh, I just had it and had to do it. I'm like, well, so I just wasted all my time pulling out each individual drill bit to do this. Luckily, I had another one I could post it again. And it just happened again with batteries. I'm like, I have 36 batteries, but I have to unpackage them so they count. And they're like, okay. And then Jacob just posted whatever. And he's like, well, I had the perfect number, so I did it. I'm like, this is why people get pissed off, because there's this rush, but in this rush, it creates inefficiency and shitty moves.
But like, I don't know, it wasn't the end of the world to me. And then like when we went off the list and Jacob did, like, it was like number 47, it was like Jason's ice, and I'm like, yeah, let's stick to the list, but like, I don't know, it's not the end of the world to me, in my opinion. So, oh, also when I was on the journey, I saw them at Tribal talking shit on Jason. Caden is the number one Jason hater. It's kind of funny, but he is coming for my crown, even though he's third on my trust list. But don't get it twisted. I'll never trust Jason. Like, let's be so for real. Anyway, so we wanted immunity, and I was like, oh shit, I really don't talk to people. Or I haven't talked to Jason in 3 days before this. I talked to Rob and Exy every day, and I talked to Jason, like, not Jason, Jacob, like maybe 10 times a day. Like, he is definitely sitting his ass on the bottom of this tribe. And he's like, oh, like, I would love to work together closer. And I was like, yeah, me too, Jason. If you actually got online and spoke to me. I mean, like, did I say Jason or Jacob? I think I meant to say Jacob. But, like, Jacob and Jason fighting for who wants to talk to me less. But at least, like, Jason kind of talks to me. I kind of force him to at this point. Like, I'm kind of like, we're talking. Like, I'm just going to tell you a bunch of stuff, and you're just going to have to listen. I'm just going to keep talking. Like, you literally have no choice, Jason. You're just going to have to talk to me. I still can't get over, oh, me and Jason are talking. I mean, love you. Jason do not love my ass. No, he don't. Like, you're a liar. You just wanted me to be Katie, but it's okay. I'm the token street girl, I guess. But, whatever. And so, like, I would like to work with Jacob, honestly, but he needs to just be, like, a little more active. Like, I need a little more something from him. But I do like him. Like, I think he's really funny in the tribe chat, but, like, I don't know. I don't really see that personality in my DMs, but I'm playing with my lamp cord, by the way, if anyone was curious. I'm like, I don't know, this is the most fascinating thing I think I've ever seen, and randomly out of nowhere. Anyway, so I would really like if Jacob could actually, like, be in my DM. That sounds so bad. But I would actually like if he could be more active in my DMs, because, yeah, I would love to get out Jason. I have dreams of it, but, like, it's just, I don't think it's the smartest move for me right now. I think it's going to be hard for me to get him out. Also, I do really like Rob. He, like I think I've said before, like, he can be dry sometimes, but, like, when you get that personality out of him, he is so much fun. He's such a good time. Like, I don't know, I just love Rob. Rob is so fun. Like, he was showing me all of his men, and I'm just like, Rob, you deserve the world. You deserve literally anyone you want. You deserve this next model. But yeah, I really like Rob too. And we were, like, discussing, like, because Rob was complaining about Jacob in our alliance, which I think is funny. With Jason. And then we have Exy, the Exy of it all. I do really like Exy. I'm kind of scared of him. I ain't gonna get on here in front. I'm trying to do my very, very best to seem just like a dumb girl. Like a blonde, even though I'm not blonde. Like, that's the energy I'm trying to, like, conjure up right now. I'm trying to conjure up, like, this blonde girl persona. Like, oh my god, I don't know how to play Survivor. Which, like, to a degree, like, I'm still working on Survivor and being a Survivor eater, but, like I said, like, to a degree, I'm not, like, the best at Survivor, like, compared to Big Brother. I'll do the thing in Big Brother, you know, but, like, Survivor, I don't know, it takes me a minute to do the thing in Survivor. I don't play them that often, and, I haven't played many, so, but I'm really trying to play that up, like, oh, like, I haven't really, like, played them, and so I'm just like, yeah, like, I have a hard time with them. I've only made merge twice, which actually is a true story, but I've only played, like...
Oh, also, I forgot to address, because I said I was going to address it. So, Liv comes back from her journey, and apparently, and Jacob mentioned this when he got back too. So when Jacob got back, he said, basically the Hamburger Tribe hates me and thinks I'm a jerk and an asshole because I apparently was a jerk and bullied Kaden, which is absolutely not true. And then when Liv got back, she said the same thing. In fact, let me find the exact quote. Okay, we're finding it. Here we go. This is good footage. Do you like this footage? This is like a lot of downtime. Quote, the fatty Jason has an extra vote and it's affecting the game by making me mad at them. And then also, quote, Well, if this tribal couldn't get any worse, it's only 4 eligible votes. Jules, Liv, tag Jules, and then at Liv. You boy Jason, Liv stole Caden's vote and now has an extra vote and then left him to die and wither away. So, like, I partially blame him for this tribal being even messier than it already is. From Caden, also. And then that was from Chewy, that last one. So, like, what the fuck?
This isn't my audio confessional for the episode. I'd like to say that I just realized me being so mad at Jason might have fucked me over because our tribe is playing like super clicky and they're all going to stick together the whole time apparently. So they might just go for me right away because they're all going to suck Jason off, which is crazy. But that's how it goes, I guess.
First of all, I'm not fat. And even if I was, who cares? That's a shitty thing to say about someone. And secondly, like, get over it. That was the point. It was a prisoner's dilemma. You also could have stolen it. Like, that is the challenge. And for them to be this upset about it still, like, I can't wait to get these 2 fucking people out. Like, call me fat. Sorry, child. You will not be here much longer if I have anything to do with it. So I have now leaned into it, and my new name for the rest of this is Fatty Jason. And that's where we're going to go with that. And I keep talking like Jabba the Hutt in our group chats. So like, Miso Buddha Solo. So that's what your boy wants. That's what your boy's going to get. But he's not going to be here very long to enjoy it.
I don't know. I'm still looking for my real number 1, but Exy could get up there, but I just feel like Exy is really, really, really fucking good at the game. Exy could be friends with anyone probably. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. It's gonna be they think it might be tribe captains, and Jacob did ask me like, oh, like, is there anyone like you do/don't want to be on a tribe with? Like, not gonna tell anyone, like, I want to be in the same tribe as you. Like, I don't know if he's bullshitting me, but I'm gonna play into my fantasy world where he's not and he has me covered. So let's just say I don't know. I hope maybe he picks me first, because I'm assuming he has first pick, and then that way he could at least give us a majority on the tribe, which would be nice. Would be nice to have a ship. Anyway. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Jacob, because I feel like he's not really around enough, but I don't know. Hopefully I'm okay. If it is like a tribe swap, I'm really nervous, but if it's them picking, I do feel, especially if Whitney doesn't leave, I feel like there is like a solid chance that things go well, but I don't know. And I think maybe, I don't know, but I have no clue what's gonna happen, and I'm nervous, but at least it's another day to be immune.
Hey, it is 11:36 p.m. and I am here in my pajamas doing a video confessional for episode 5. I am not 5th boot. The last 24 hours has been literally my tribe talking about the challenge. Like, we were planning out things, we would have it ready to go. We still fell short. We tied with salad. Yeah. And then we went into overtime, and Kate and I pulled it out. And honestly, me and Kate did the bulk of the work.
Hey, what's up, Sagevivor? Kate here. Sorry, I feel like I'm always either like in my work uniform or a moo-moo of some sorts. But I keep it cool and I keep it comfortable. But that's besides the point. So, I'm trying to think of, oh my goodness, so much, actually, come to think about it, literally so much has happened since my last video confessional, which was like just a few days ago. But anyway, where do I even start? Okay, so where we left off was we had lost the challenge and had to go to tribal. So I wake up like the morning after we lost, because in my head I was like, oh, okay, I already had like all of my strategic like conversations with basically everyone, which is essentially like my alliance, because I don't know, I'm kind of like, I'm not playing the middle, but I'm also playing the middle, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, so I got sent to Exile Island. And I was like, okay, what the fuck? It's like, I don't know, 6:37 in the morning when I'm reading this, and I did not put 2 and 2 together. Kate, a forced safety without power has been used on you. You have been ejected from tribal. You may not vote, but you may not be voted for. Enjoy exile. So I was like, oh, shit, okay, cool, at least I'm safe. Then I put 2 and 2 together. I was like, oh, wait, Apple went on that journey. And then as soon as Apple got back, I got sent to exile. So I was like, okay, maybe somebody, because Apple and I, we're not like super close, but I've got Apple's back, Apple has my back. It's like a, you know, thanks sort of thing. We're homies, I guess, is what you could say. So anyway, I was like kind of wondering if maybe somebody had like mentioned my name, or if my name like got brought up. But it didn't. At least that's what Sarah told me.
It's I don't really like team challenges for this exact reason, because one person can like really tank you. I mean, we saw it last time, right? Like Abel single-handedly tanked us, and that's why he went home. Well, that, and you know, some of my little seed planting about Abel, and I don't know, I don't know if I'm orchestrating certain things or if everybody's on the same page, but I think before that challenge they were not quite on Abel, but then it was like, oh, here's all these reasons, and it was reasons I had listed before. So that was good. So now I really like my tribe, so I'm glad we're not going to tribal. But game talk has been very, very limited in the last 24 hours. So the biggest thing that I have is that Apple told me about this alliance that he had on his old tribe called the Whitney Stands. And apparently Liv, he's suspicious that Liv is with Rob, Jason, and Katie. Or at least leaking things, because Exie made a comment about Whitney Stands. And it could go one of two ways, right? Like, obviously, I do know Exie, and I know that he chooses his words deliberately, but I also know, and he'll tell you, that his social game is not perfect. It does take specific personalities to jive with him. And apparently Apple really liked Exie, so that was another reason I told him what I did. But yeah, Apple told me about all this and was just like, you know, you're the only person I'm telling this. And he confirmed with me that there were things that he had told me that he hadn't told Chewy, which I suspected too, right? Chewy was like, I don't think that, you know, Jason, or they went back and like told Jason or anything like that. But I knew they did because they had confronted Jason, I found out, from Apple's journey. Which is also why in the last tribal, Chewy was like, yeah, you know, your boy Jason took this thing or whatever. Another thing, and I need to put this in my confessional as a text note, but Apple is in a server with Jason, or he's in Jason's server, sorry. And Jason renamed his server Fatty Jason, or named something, maybe renamed his name. I can't remember. I'll have to look back at the messages. But it is a direct thing that came from our tribal that Liv was spectating at. Caden referred to Jason as Fatty Jason. So Apple's not a big fan of them, and I like Apple. I trust Apple. He's very fun. My only critique of Apple, and I don't blame him because it seems like he was kind of pushed to work with Whitney, but he has admitted that Whitney is inactive, and I don't like playing with inactives. I think that they drag the whole game down. Obviously, I haven't been on a tribe with Whitney, so I don't know if she's actually inactive or not. But I think that there's a bare minimum amount of effort that people should put in.
Apple said that they had to make like a unanimous decision, and they landed with me, which perfectly fine. I was just bored pretty much all fucking day, which, I mean, cool, whatever, but yeah. Apparently Caden and Abel had beef. This was like news to me, and I think to everybody else. I saw that in the tribe chat. So anyway, since then we didn't lose our next challenge, which was like this little scavenger hunt thing, which it was fun, but oh my god, it was such a pain in the ass. Basically, Sarah and I carried the entire challenge. Chewy threw in like a few things, and I think Caden threw in like 5 things maybe. And of course we tied, only because I was submitting our 90th item as like at the deadline. Like I was my 90th item ended up being 90 pieces of paper. I live in a loft apartment, which is essentially a studio efficiency with stairs. For those of you that like don't speak poor people. So I don't have fucking room to like spread literally anything out. So I'm in the middle of spreading out these pieces of paper so that I can hurry up, take a picture, and literally get our 90th submission and at least get us like second place. Or, I mean, we were hoping for first, which didn't happen, whatever. We did our best. But, so we tied. Because, like, I didn't have those papers spread apart, and you couldn't count them. So, it ended up being whatever tribe gets to 95 first, like, wins. And we did it. Luckily. Good news is we're not going to tribal. Well, it's not necessarily bad news. I don't know. I have a feeling there's gonna be a tribe swap after this. I could be wrong. I guess we'll find out in the next episode.
But he and I sat there and we kind of planned out what we would do in a swap. Like if we ended up with this person or that person, things we can say. I told him that out of the 3 from our tribe that are on the other tribe, Jules was the best conversationalist. I did like Jules. Never said she was my number 1. Didn't say we were in an alliance. None of that shit. Told him that Adis is emotional, which is not a lie. Told him that Swan is in a PST time zone, and he's there at night, but his messages are very coherent. They're good. They're decent messages. And I said that both Jules and Swan and Adis kind of they would line up with his schedule. So he'd at least be able to chat with them. But the biggest piece, after he told me all of that, because he was like, I don't know if Liv is spilling things, because they were in this alliance, the Whitney stands, and Exy, who he liked, had made a comment to him about being a Whitney stan or something, which, so it can go one of 2 ways. One, it could be a coincidence. It could just be a poor choice of words. But I do know Exy is fairly deliberate with his words. But he also can go a mile a minute. So he will tell you his social game's not perfect. So I don't know. It could be either or. If that had happened to me, I would have been suspicious too. Like been like, hang on, this is a very interesting choice of words for you to say to me. So he was suspecting that the alliance leaked to Exy. And I told Apple that I know Exy. I didn't say, like, we're friends, but I did say, like, I know him very, very well. We've played him 2 games. And I told him, like, how Exy plays. And I don't think it'll backfire on me because I have shared some of my stuff with Apple from my past org experiences. So it's not like anything that Xe will say will come as a surprise. I do know that Xe kind of sings my praises sometimes, and I don't know if he would do that. Like, I don't know if he'd throw me under a bus. That'd be fun if he did. But I don't think Apple's going to tell anybody. And because I even told him, I was like, look, if you need to use this to leverage against Xe, like, you can. Like, go right ahead. Like, I'm going to win out over Xe if shit happens. But I'd rather work with Xe. But I didn't tell him that. Because at this point, like, I don't even know if I could work with Xe. Like, I would have to talk to him and see where the fucking dynamics are.
Something I haven't really talked about, like, necessarily in my confessionals are, like, my trust rankings and who it is that I'm, like, actually working with. So, Sarah and Chewy are, like, my number 2. Like, Sarah's, I don't know, it kind of depends on the day. Sarah and Chewy, 1 and 2, locked in. Of course, we also have an alliance with Jules, but Jules is currently on a different tribe, so. And then there's also an alliance with Sarah, Chewy, Apple, and I. Well, I need to make it. But I know that, like, we're all locked in. We don't need, like, an alliance chat to be locked in together, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm delusional and I'm getting played. I don't know. I don't necessarily care. I trust all 3 of them, like, as much as you can trust somebody in the game of Survivor. Caden and I, at the very beginning of the game, I felt like him and I were just, like, so close. And, I mean, granted, I'm very busy and Caden is also very busy. Like, I don't know. I work fairly long hours. Sometimes it's like 8 hours a day, which is a normal shift. Sometimes it's more, but, like, I don't know, man. My job is exhausting, and by the time I come home, then, like, I have Survivor shit going on, and then shit in my personal life. So, I don't know. It's like Caden's working 3 jobs, and then I have all this extra bullshit going on in my life. So, I don't know if it's, like, he's purposely not talking to me or what. My husband's coming in, so if you see a weird... Yep, that's my husband. I did not know that you were that is the Beach Wizard. Oh. He was in Season 7 of Sagevivor.
5th place, Season 7.
He should have got voted out first, like Chewy.
Yup.
But anyway, so Caden and I, we aren't as close as we were before because, I don't know, we both just live, like, very... not even different lives. We're just both busy. So I think, like, when he has free time is, like, when I'm in bed.
Apple straight said he wasn't going to throw me under a bus to Xe, and I was like, if you have, like, literally, like, we can reconvene. Like, I will pivot. But he was just like, no. So that was kind of cool to hear from him. A little admirable, I guess, but it could also just be fake. But, like, at this point, like, if he did it and came back... See, these are little things I was trying to count. They were such a pain in the ass, but I found some little ones. If it came out, you know, that he did, after he just told me he wouldn't do it, then we'd have to cross that bridge when we got to it, because now it'll look like he's a liar. But honestly, I wouldn't care. Like, I meant what I said. If he needs to do it, then he needs to do it. I like Apple. I think Apple's a very fun person. Even if he were against me, I think it'd be really fun. So... that's the biggest piece that I have for y'all.
I might be 29, almost 30, but, like, a bitch is, like, 90. This body, old as fuck, okay? Production, Sage, viewers, I hope you guys all truly enjoy my yap sessions. Because this shit is, like, therapy to me. I just saw my therapist last week. I'm still not doing good. I'm bored. Bye.
Hello, beautiful people. As you can see, it's very loud, very loud. I'm gonna keep this quick. I'm glad we won the challenge. I didn't realize my submissions were going to help as much as we did. I didn't expect the tie, so that was very unexpected. I hope I get chosen for the journey. I'm the only one on our tribe that has not been chosen, which sucks. So definitely hoping to get chosen for that. But yeah, you can see I'm very sweaty. It's very hot right now. But if not, it's all good. We ball. The only thing I hate is it's a 24-hour live challenge, and my ass is on a boat with no Wi-Fi. Like, what are we doing? But yeah. Anyways, lock in. Bye.
Hi, Sagevivor. I'm gonna do this now because the internet's down and at my school. And yes, it is summer, but your girl's still here because she's an idiot and she decided to spend too much time counting screws and lumber and didn't focus on the stuff she had to get done for the end of the year. So I'm at my school. Oh, my hair she's tired today. I'm at my school because I have a bunch of work to do. I'm going to Indiana next week, right? Yes. Oh God. Yeah, I'm going to Indiana next week for International Thespian Conference. So your girl's gonna be really busy then. Hope it's not gonna affect my game, but I'll have a 12-hour bus ride where I have nothing to do but be on Discord, I guess. I'm running camps, summer camps. I don't know why I'm talking about this because y'all don't care. I really appreciate and love the vibes of this tribe so much. Last night I voice chatted with Adis, Jules, and KD for like probably 3-4 hours. It was great. And that really makes me happy because, like I said, I was kind of sensitive over like the boot from my other org, as you guys saw my crush out, because people don't give me a chance. I feel like a lot of times because, you know, I'm busier than the everyday work person. Like I can't just sit. My husband, he works from home. He sits on his computer all day and goes back and forth. I don't have that luxury. I also do majority of the like carpooling and like dropping the baby off and all that, this is the first time I'm like doing the conference not from my car, right? Because the school's empty. Watch, this is going to be the time when a teacher comes in to talk to me while I'm talking to my phone like a crazy person. But yeah, it was great doing that voice conference because I just feel like we got to connect as people. I really vibe. I love Katie, the fact that like Katie was at work, literally in the hospital, and like turns on her camera, is like, or their camera, sorry, and is you know, counting hospital beds and trying to be part of the challenge. And you know, Adis had friends and was still trying to do it, and like was getting lo mein or whatever, and you know, we all put in the hard work. And so like it kind of sucks that we lost because I just feel like we were at a handicap because we had this dead weight that is Whitney on our team. And like, yeah, Whitney did actually add something, but I was like, just for like, I was feeling like kind of bad because everyone's like, no, we're done with Whitney. Like this has to be the easiest org vote ever. But I went back and I counted on our sheet to see like how much each person contributed, and Whitney did 7 out of 89, or actually technically 95. We never got there. I did 38, I think, including the like bonus ones. I think I probably did contribute some of the most because I just had like the most random stuff. Like I have a whole huge theater classroom, and I feel like just like how much Whitney not only contributed but like didn't communicate. Like it's clear they're popping on and off, and I don't know if this is their first or I don't know anything about them. Like I just looked the other day. The last time they talked to me was the 14th. It's the 17th today, right? That's 3 days ago. So while I feel bad, like you're not putting in the same effort, and that's making it hard. But you know, some way might consider it. We got swap screwed. I feel like closer to this tribe than I do my original tribe, for the most part, especially getting to do voice chats. It also sounds like we're coming up with some good ideas to like, if we swap, you know, we also are wondering what the journey is going to be this time. And part of us are thinking that it's going to be like swapping into new tribes, and it's like, these are the 3, you know, like schoolyard pick, these are the 3 people that get to pick. And so we kind of are already thinking strategy of like, if Katie went, like I said, Katie, don't pick me first, because like we're going to be targeted as a clear like duo, and we don't want that. And we're talking about like take Jules, and like we also want to connect with other people. Like we think we can work with Sarah, and I already told them about the amulet thing, and so like I already have plans to like line up again with Sarah and Rob. So I'm feeling pretty good. Like I have some connections. I definitely feel a lot more rooted in this game than I did my other one. I also think this has to be the best freaking production team because I'm enjoying talking to production so much. They're so funny. I'm dying in my submissions. You guys will never know. It's a secret. But yeah, I'm having a good day today. I hope you all are too. Hopefully we'll get this work done. I told my tribe, I was like, look, it's an easy vote. It's Whitney. It's going to be Whitney. Like, there's zero surprises. Ain't no way that girl has an idol. Ain't no way. Right? Watch. We're going to play this back, and I'm going to feel like an idiot, and then she's going to play an idol tonight, and someone's going to be screwed. Whatever. It's going to be easy, so I'm going to be kind of offline majority of the day and try to get some stuff done for my life, my school, my organization. But I heart you all. Thanks.
We have finally going to go to tribal. I'm going to be voting for the first time, and it's going to be a unanimous Whitney vote. I just don't see anything else. She's just not here. Yeah, other than that, look, not really much has happened. There's been an alliance formed with myself, Edith, Katie, and Katie. We were on VC for a bit today, and Edith, she's not very good at hiding who she's close to. She was going on about how close her and Sarah are, and I'm just like, cool. Everyone can think that you and Sarah are super tight. That's fine by me. Cause yeah, I mean, like, Sarah could be playing everyone, but she's my girl. Like, that's it. Yeah, and look, Edith was kind of, I think she was feeling me out if, like, I wanted to throw the challenge. And then even when we went into overtime, she put in our alliance chat, like, should we just throw it? Which, like, I get wanting to get Whitney out, but I don't want to go to tribal again. It's as simple as that. So I would rather have delayed the first one as long as possible. Now, the fact that the journey is going to take place after tribal, and, like, it's been put in the chat that it's only in Treemout that it's only going to be like a 30-minute thing, I think we might be swapping after this, and we're going to go to new tribes, and the 3 people going are going to be like the team captains. Which, now that we're going to tribal and getting rid of Whitney, hopefully that's the case. That would be ideal. But yeah, look, it's very simple. Yeah, my trust rankings have changed. Since we got here, like, Swan stayed at number 1 the whole time. Really, he's number 2 because my number 1 spot is being saved for Sarah, but, you know, is what it is. Number 2 is Swan. Well, number 1 on this tribe is Swan.
Hi, hello, it's Swan, coming to you live from my living room once again. Please clock the iconic share mug. I'm drinking coffee, but we're spilling tea. That was really corny. Jules was kidnapped. Katie never told me what happened on their journey, so that's cool and fun. And then Kate was taken away from tribal, and then poor Abel was voted out. Apparently there was some parchment saying that, like, he flipped and tried to vote Kaden out. But I'm confused why they would care, because I thought, like, people weren't vibing with Kaden. Like, Chewie, oh my god. Chewie literally told me, like, he wanted to vote Kaden out if we went to tribal again. So, like, why vote Abel out for trying to vote out Kaden? But it's interesting. I think it's dumb they didn't vote out Apple. Like, look at the sheer fucking numbers. Like, vote out Apple. Like, I don't get it. What's not clicking, people? What's not clicking? I'm really, like, actually, like, high-key devastated. Abel was a really close ally of mine. I adored Abel. We were restaurant bros. He was a night owl, so we got to chat, like, super late when I'm awake and able to be online. So really, really sad about Abel. It's quite unfortunate because that would have been a really good ally for me in another swap or the merge. The challenge, I had to sit out because I was having a minor medical thing yesterday. I had to go under general anesthesia. I'm totally fine. Everything went well. It just sucks because I love org scavenger hunts, and I would have done really well at this one, especially since it fell on a day off for me where I actually would have been able to contribute a lot. And yeah, I do think we could have potentially won had I been around and available. So the timing of it really sucked that it was like my one day off, and then it's the day I'm getting a medical procedure done. So that sucks. We lost in a tiebreaker. Low-key, I'm a little frustrated with how some of my tribe was talking to production during all of that, because I was, like, watching as it was happening and just, like, I don't know, just don't be rude to production. That's the, like, I help host an org, so I'm a little sensitive to shit like that. and I just think it's shitty. Edis once again left me on red during the cycle for an entire day. Love that.
Because yeah, we've been having really good chats. He is like really vibing with Katie. And he wants to like work with her long term, so that's a good thing. And I had a talk with Katie about the alliance like beforehand, and she was saying that like she really likes Swan as well, but that like just feels bad that he's not as active. And we sort of both agreed that like, yeah, if all 5 of us get through, we'll work together, but if we have to go to another tribal, we'll vote out Swan, which is not what I want to do, and I'm going to try and work around it if I can. But yeah, so Katie has bumped up to like, she's number 2 on my trust ranking now, because Edith I'm just not trusting at all. She's too open with all of her thoughts, which is a great quality to have, but it's not that trusting in an ally. So yeah, not feeling that great about her. And then Katie is Katie, like, you know, they're a lot of fun. But yeah, everyone is clocking how close Katie and Edith are, because they're not even trying to hide it. Well, I think Katie is trying to keep it on the download, but Edith, sorry, it's too many names. Edith is just not trying to hide it. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment.
I feel like it's so embarrassing to have to like double text somebody so often, double or even sometimes triple text. And I've been slowly starting to express my frustrations with this to Jules. And so Ada's finally responded to me yesterday morning because I reached out because she said she was feeling sick. And then KD posted about also like not feeling well the night before, so I checked in on both of them, and then KD left me on red for an entire day. So that's fun that 2 people are doing that, especially like when I was like, I thought being nice and being like, hey, are you feeling better, or like, hey, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, like I hope you feel better soon, like when I'm literally on my way to the hospital, mind you. And I even told Adis when she finally followed up with me for the first time in days, I said something about like, hey, I'm on my way to the hospital, but would really love to have like a chat later when we're both around and have time. And no response, no mention of me going to the hospital, no mention of wanting to have a follow-up chat, absolutely fucking nothing. She's the only person besides Whitney, but we'll get to Whitney later because I love Whitney. Whitney's iconic. That didn't like check on me or ask me questions about my procedure, didn't give a flying fuck that I was in the hospital going under anesthesia, did not send me a single DM about it, didn't ask me like, are you doing okay, or like, hey, what are you having done? Absolutely nothing. Not a fucking thing. So like, I'm really over her ass. Like, and we'll get to why it's a bigger issue now, because so I get back from the hospital and Adis posted something about like, oh, is anybody good with word puzzles? And guess what? I'm really good at word puzzles. So I was like, yeah, sure. And she was like, okay, DMing you. Mind you, my last message is being like, I'm on my way to the hospital. And then she DMs me asking me to like help her solve a word puzzle. So I'm like, oh yeah, I know this kind of puzzle. Like, here's how I do it. These are the tips I would have. And like, if you do this and this and this, and then blah, blah, blah. I didn't like solve the puzzle for her because I think it was for another org and that would be cheating. But I was like, this is like the strategies you employ and like what you should do and Never once says thank you. Not a simple fucking thank you. Because I was using it as an opportunity to like, hey, maybe like I can finally get in with Adis, like I'll help her solve this puzzle, it'll give us something to talk about, to bond over, like blah 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 blah. Nope, not a fucking thank you. So doesn't acknowledge the fact that I'm in the hospital, does not doesn't say fucking thank you when I go out of my way to fucking help somebody who does not even speak to me. So I'm fucking over her bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't want to judge someone's character off of a fucking org, but I do not have a positive view of this person at all. I at all. Ungrateful, like inconsiderate, just I do not care for this person one bit. I can't believe I had such a misread on my intro video reactions. Like I have never misread a person so massively. And if she sees this after, I hope you can learn to, I don't know, be kinder and more generous with your time and like appreciative of the people around you. Because like I play these games to make connections, and I thought she was somebody that I could make a real deep, genuine connection with, because I thought we seemed very much on the same wavelength. And she won't give me the time of fucking day, doesn't give a flying shit about me, and doesn't even care when I'm going out of my way to help her and to connect with her. And it's really disheartening, and I've never been like so disappointed in somebody in an org, honestly. I hope this isn't too harsh, but like I feel like she's really treating me very, very poorly. And she's lucky like I'm a mature adult that's not going to like fucking sit and attack her in tribe chat, which is the great irony of all of this, because she's going around talking to literally everybody else and doesn't talk to me. Now, where have we heard that before? First fucking tribal, where she publicly attacked Ryan for talking to everybody else and not to her. And here she is doing the exact same thing to somebody else who is making a genuine effort with her, and I get absolutely nothing in return. Left on red for days, have to double, triple text her, literally go out of my way to be nice to her, to check in on her, to help her. And I do not get the same in return, and in fact get like barely anything. Really frustrated and quite literally over it. And I will be ending her as soon as I get the opportunity. But Jules is like literally like Ada's dropped to 4 on my trust rankings. I'm done with her, and if I swap with her and I have the opportunity, I'm gonna vote her out. So we love to see it. Even if I don't survive beyond this, I hope, if anything, this causes a ripple effect that causes Adis to lose the game, because she deserves to. So Jules is now done with Adis too. Love that. And better believe I'm going to take all of this to Katie if we stay on these tribes and go to tribal again, because I think Katie will at least be somewhat receptive to my frustrations and understanding. I still think she's closest with KD, so it's going to be an issue of like, am I willing to like go against Katie's wishes? But I'm going to be like, do you want this person around? Like, honestly. So then getting to Whitney, I feel really bad about, like, I get Whitney's been, like, relatively inactive, but even before I had this conversation with Whitney, I felt really bad about the way, like, she's being publicly treated, like, the pinging and the yelling at her about the challenge. Like, I get, like, she necessarily wasn't contributing as much as they wanted or when they wanted or whatever, but, like, I don't know, they don't treat her right, and it really rubs me the wrong way.
I don't fucking know if I made a goddamn video or audio confessional today, so here it is. Here it is. I don't fucking like that bitch. It was really funny because when I was on my journey, Jacob was like, so why do we hate Whitney again? Like, I know she's an actor, but like, why do we hate her? I was like, who said hate? I never said hate. I don't know the bitch to hate the bitch. That's first the fuck of all. That's too much energy. I don't know the girl. Okay? I don't know the bitch to hate the bitch. I couldn't possibly. I know I don't like the bitch. I'm borderline dislike her, but we not at dislike yet. I just don't like. I don't have nothing to like. I got lots to dislike. I sure do. I sure as hell do. Because why did you come up out the motherfucking blue after I just spent 30, 45 minutes wandering around this motherfucking hospital before work to find these cards, and then you want to meander your ass in and try to steal my shit? You didn't look at nothing that we sent. I sent it to you. We had a system. A system. Coming in 12 hours, 24 hours after we make a decision. Oh, I would like to do it. Nobody gives a fuck. She's finding out that nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. That's a lot of throat clearing. It's really hot in here. But yeah, I don't know the bitch to hate the bitch. I don't know the bitch to like the bitch. I do know the bitch to start to dislike the bitch. And that's how I'm feeling about the bitch. So she gotta go.
And also, like, as soon as we went to tribal, and it's like, well, I know what we're doing. And like, oh, let me make my parchment now. We don't need the full 24 hours, this is that. And just kind of like rubbing in her face in a really kind of toxic way. So I'm really unhappy with the way Whitney's been treated. So I just sent her like a simple message about like, hey, sorry we lost the challenge. Like, I know I had to sit out because of my thing, but like, really wish we could have pulled through, like whatever. Like, just wanted to send her like a nice message. And then, girl, this morning Whitney spilled the tea. She was telling me about how like she hasn't connected with these people from the jump, that like they like just treat her like shit, and that like they were so rude to her during the challenge and all this stuff. And then like all these people like so it seems like, honestly, to me, and the other thing is that apparently Adis hates her from a previous org. So Whitney, unfortunately, has been like over this, ready to quit, ready to go, wants to leave, like ready to be voted out. It just makes me sad because like I don't want anybody to have like a shitty experience in an org like that, especially Whitney, who seems like so sweet. And it seems to me, from my opinion, that like she was checked out by the time we got to the swap tribe, knew she was fucked when she was here with Adis and with people from her OG tribe that she didn't connect with. And that's why she checked out. That's why she hasn't been active. So I really would wish I could have like seen Whitney like ready to play and like super excited to play, because we've been talking today and she's like lovely and spilling tea and gaggy. And she also confirmed to me, because I like vented to her about the Adis thing, because she expressed her frustrations with Adis both in the previous org and this org. And I was like, oh yeah, like she's been doing this to me and blah blah blah. And she was like, yeah, that's what she does. She talks to who she wants to, and then she yells and attacks the people who don't talk to her. So wow, cool, a pattern of behavior. Who knew? She did warn me that I'd be next if we go to tribal again, which wasn't news to me. But I'm gagged, and I love Whitney. Like I said, that's my sister. That's my sister. I wish I could have gotten this energy from her all of swap, and like maybe me and Jules could have done something. Who knows? But I just feel bad that she's like checked out and ready to go. Nobody deserves to be treated like that over a silly online game and like yelled at and treated like they don't matter. I don't like that.
She got to go. And she'll probably put her vote in for me too. Yep. Because I've been on her ass. Yep, since day one, every single time. Every single time, I would have liked to do. Well, sister, you gotta be here. Sister, you gotta make yourself known. Baby, we can't do things on your behalf when we don't know that you're here. You're getting useless. You're starting to piss me off. I tell her every day. Not every day. I tell her every time she speaks. I let her know. I tell her. So she go put that vote in for me, and baby, my perfect game, swoop, out the window, gone before it even began. And that's okay with me. That is okay with me.
And that's also part of why I'm frustrated with Adis, because I feel like I'm getting some of that same treatment where like I don't matter. I'm not a number to her, so I don't exist. And it's a really shitty feeling. So I'm really sad Whitney went through that. It sucks that I'm going through that a little bit to a certain extent. I just have to hope that like relationship with Katie and Jules, and then on other tribes like Sarah and people, that I can pull through with that. And I don't know, we'll see what we can do. Swan's always cooking, so don't count me out just yet. But Jules has the theory that the people for the next journey are going to be team captains for a new swap. So let's fucking pray that either we swap or win the next challenge, because I cannot go to tribal again. And if we go to tribal again, call me Sandra Bullock, because I'm driving a bus, and that bus is going right over Adis.
Unless something crazy happens, like an idol comes out, it's going to be a simple Whitney vote. And then hopefully a swap.
And just like that, Whitney was voted out of her tribe. Whitney, I hope you enjoyed playing, because we loved having you. You were robbed queen, and you were not inactive, despite what everybody says. You were a queen. We love you. So I hope you had fun. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Sagevivor 8. Like I said, smash the like button for me, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye!